Here we are once again.
Word. We are here.
Together again on the radio. Super duty tough work.
Word.
The most consistent.
The most infamous.
Edutainment at its finest. Retweeted, reposted by Dame Dash himself last week.
You know what I'm saying? We made it. Look, Mom.
Top of the mountain, Ma. Top of the mountain, Ma.
Oh, yeah.
Anything is possible. Yeah, y'all heard it right. Dame Dash,
Yeah, man.
reposted last week's episode.
Mm-hmm.
About Dame Dash was right. I woke up and I was, going through the social medias.
Uh-huh.
And I seen the streets was talking about the episode.
Right.
Feedback was real strong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh, word? Y'all like this joint?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm looking and I'm like, wait a minute.
Hold up.
Dusko Poppington.
Is that what?
That's Dame himself.
Uh-huh.
Yes, y'all. Dame Dash reposted the episode, which got us a nice little, little bump in followers on the gram.
little
25, 50 piece that day,
Yeah.
which we appreciate.
Yeah.
We the little podcast that could. We appreciate all our followers. And it's good to see shit like that. You create content that people really feel. Because I was a little nervous about it.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, damn, are they ready for this?
Yeah, because we was going in.
We was going hard.
Going in.
No punches was pulled last week.
None.
A lot of grown man talking, and that shit really hit people.
Mm-hmm.
And so we want to thank y'all for rocking with us when we do topics like that, especially because, it's easy to feel self-conscious during those conversations.
Right.
Start feeling like DJ Envy. You know what I mean? You feeling the kind of way when somebody talking that talk.
Face turn all red.
Yeah. You sound real smart, dumb people. You know what I mean? The son got cookies. Dame was telling this fool.
Oh, man.
But we appreciate y'all support, man.
Definitely.
And what y'all also are gonna notice in the coming weeks is that you're gonna start hearing some ads on this show.
Couple.
Yeah, as we start our podcast network partnership.
Yes.
With Stony Island. That just means that your boys, after 4 or 5 years, actually get to make some money.
Yeah, a little something.
We've been giving away so much.
So many jewels.
Just free game.
Mad jewelry.
And we've asked you guys for nothing.
Right.
So those of you out there, if you hear the ads, just let them play. You know what I mean? Let them people get their money. You ain't got to buy none of this shit. I don't know what it is going to be ads for, but if it's some, you got erectile dysfunction, then that shit so hit you.
Hey, click on the ad. You know what I mean?
Hey,
hit that website.
Yeah. Just follow through. Give them a little business. Tell them Super Duty sent you.
Know what I mean? Oh, damn.
Otherwise, we gonna keep doing this thing and nothing is gonna change. Nothing is gonna change. These next 3 to 6 months. Probably gonna be some high activity on the artistic front from Illogic over here.
Yep.
And myself over here. He's putting the finishing touches on his project, and I'm putting the finishing touches on the book. And so this fall, we gonna be in your face.
Mad tweets.
Yes.
Mad tweets. Facebook posts.
Extra active.
Asking
y'all to retweet and share as well.
Yes.
And that shit goes a long way towards supporting us. We are artists first and foremost, and this podcast is just our means to try to help and give back and share that experience. So we appreciate y'all. So this week, talking about production again.
Yes, sticking to the theme.
Sticking to it, man. I've been doing mad beats this week.
Yeah.
Ran out of beats and I got some cats waiting on some. So, I've been heavy.
Been heavy on the joints. I got to hear a couple new joints. I ain't heard no new print beats in a minute.
Yeah, lately I just been getting, I did 13 beats in the last 24 hours.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I just been going. So I'm in that mode and we're going to keep talking about production, man. And so this week, this is a conversation I remember having with my guy Superstition, friend of the show. What up, Super? And we were talking about things that producers do wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like younger, inexperienced producers do wrong. And he was talking about how he had posted about wanting some beats for a project he's working on. And he was like, okay, y'all send me beats here, and he said he got like hundreds of beats. He said, but 90% of them had the same mistakes that just ruined them from being considered. And so this episode, we want to talk about those mistakes. Those are like production pet peeves, and we're going to talk about these things because if you make beats, these things might be hurting you before you even
get out there.
You're losing.
Yeah.
You thinking my beat is fire, but you're not knowing that you're doing something that's turning off the listener and making it to where like you can't compete against the people who got their shit streamlined and are doing it efficiently.
Right.
And so we're going to take a break and we'll be right back.
Right.
We got you stuck off the realness, the most infamous, you heard of us. Official podcast murderers, the show comes equipped with viewpoints to share. Grown man ideas for all those who care and want to grow, so go ahead and download. Every single week with a brand new episode. You're not alone in this world, cousin, so we share information and honest discussion and keep repping a culture like we supposed to. They spread gossip, but they never come close to. I can hear it inside their tone. They talk about the industry but never left their home. You get laced up with bullet points and such, plus empowering topics that they never would touch. You can put your whole network against the team, but Super Duty Tough Work's the MVP. Most valuable podcast on MP3. Priceless info, but all of it's free. So take these words home and think them through. Super Duty Tough Work is coming at you. You are now listening to Super Duty Tough Work with your host, Blueprint. Raw and uncut. Adult conversations. No shucking, no jiving, and no bullshit.
Super Duty Tough Work.
Yep.
Blueprint and Logic. As per usual. Pandemic or no pandemic. Your man's his name is here.
Yep.
Doing this podcast thing. So this week we talking about production pet peeves, man. Mistakes that younger, inexperienced producers make. And we gonna start this out. These are things that just irk me. And probably irk you too if you're at home. And some of y'all ain't even thought about this shit. So if you're guilty of these, just hit us in the comments.
Right.
It just
my bad.
Yeah.
My bad, Brett.
Yes. Tell us you're gonna stop doing it. Number 1, decimal point tempos.
I'm guilty.
Cause you knew.
Early on, I was guilty. I'm not guilty no more because that shit too difficult.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
Nothing's worse than when I get a beat from somebody and I be like, what's the tempo? They be like
86
3.1469876 30. What?
It's 85.
It's 85 BPM. No, it's 84.69696989723486.
Yeah.
Would you just round that shit up? Guys, there's nothing wrong with using, even whole numbers
right
on your tempos. Whenever you do that shit, it makes it hard for other motherfuckers. See, what I really hate it for is if I'm doing vocals to someone else's beat. If you send me some decimal point tempo and you can't find the tempo, I know automatically my vocals is not gonna be singing.
I already know
you're gonna have me off beat like a motherfucker, sounding like I can't hear, like I'm rhyming to some completely different beat.
Yep.
Even though I was rhyming on beat when I did it, because you ain't gonna be able to sync the shit up when I send you my vocals.
Yeah.
Because you want some 32 decimal points out to, you know what I mean? It's just stupid.
Yeah.
Another reason it's bad is because when somebody might remix your song.
Right.
Like I've been given remix projects, and if it's too many decimal points, man, no, fam.
I can't do it.
We're not doing this.
Right.
You're not giving me, you know what I'm saying? Just round it up.
Yeah.
And just think, man, we're in a point where like the technology,
yes,
you don't have to do the decimal point tempos no more.
Yep. Stretch to fit that joint.
Stretch it up.
Stretch to fit.
Round it up.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But thankfully back in the day, you couldn't get too granular with it. You know what I mean? You could do 88.5.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now cats be like 88.52376.
And they send you that in the email.
Didn't I tell you as if that really is gonna make a fucking difference, that 5.276 at the end of it? No, man. Round the shit up, please.
Yeah.
Pretty please.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say this shit. Please.
See, when I was first starting, I didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't get it, And I had to learn how to use my equipment. Like, oh, okay. So now, when I do this shit, because even finding other, like if I got a sound kit or something.
Yep.
And it's like something is 90 BPM.
Yep.
But the sample I took is 89.7 BPM. Right. And it's like, okay, I got to round it up. You know what I'm saying? I can't be, fucking around with these decimal places. And it just made it much more easier to make beats.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's so easy, man. Pretty much every software package has the ability to, you can speed it up a notch without losing the swing or integrity of your beat. Come on, man.
Yeah.
And that shit just irks me, man. So producers, please, don't do that no more.
Yes.
For the love of God, stop doing the decimal point tempos. That's number one pet peeve. Number two, this one might piss me off more than the first one. Number two pet peeve, over chopping.
It's horrible. Come on.
It's too much of it.
Sometimes it's too much.
It's like,
especially in the 90s.
Yeah.
It was bad in the 90s, bro.
Well, it's like Primo started it. Like he was the perfect, he never over chopped.
Right.
He chopped just enough to have the melody there.
Yes.
And what happens now is like people are chopping and they're destroying the melody.
Yeah.
You sample something that's got an incredible melody. By the time you get done chopping into 2,000 pieces, I can't tell what the fuck is going on. I don't know where that melody goes. I can't hum along with it, sing along with it. It's not putting me in no mood. It's just over chopped, man.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
It's horrible.
Like, why? I think something too with it is like producers out there trying to, it's like a pissing contest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's check out my chops, yo. Check out my chops.
Oh, you just looped that? Listen, let me chop this into 3,200 pieces.
Yeah.
And put them back together in a way that no one can recognize and sounds completely nothing like what I sampled.
Yeah.
And they think that shit matters, but it don't matter if the beat ain't fire.
Yeah, if the beat is fire, you might be able to get away with it.
You can do 0 chops to 5 chops. If it's fire, who cares? You can chop on the one. Chop.
Yeah.
Chop.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. Just make sure it's fire. Along what the problem with over chopping is that you sample all these amazing things.
Yeah.
And then by the time you do it, all the musicality
is gone.
Which is why you sampled it, isn't it? I mean, it's not like it's going to be that unrecognizable. The motherfuckers who could and would get you will notice it.
Right. They're going to know it's theirs. So, like, don't fuck it up too much.
Yeah. Don't over chop. Chop just enough to where the melody is intact. You know what I'm saying? That means you could cut off certain parts, but just make sure those main notes are kind of there.
Or at least a melody.
Yeah, a melody.
Like you can recreate melodies when you chop.
Yes.
Shit, but make a melody.
Thank you.
Not just random sounds and, pots and pans and shit.
Right. Or else why sample?
Yeah, what's the purpose?
Just play some shit. So that's number 2. Number 3, pet peeve.
Yeah, this is a bad one.
Too many effects.
Way too many.
This shit is so out of control right now.
Reverb on every track.
Just sound like it's in a tunnel.
Mad delays.
Out in space. Making beats on Jupiter. Motherfuckers be way out there. Like, you sound like you made that beat in the Grand Canyon. It's just, that's not no plate reverb. That's Grand Canyon reverb. I can't even hear anything that's going on. And that shit fucks up the melody too. Like, you start throwing too much reverb on everything.
Yeah.
It just sounds far away.
Yeah.
Like, why are you doing that?
Yeah, and then there's no oomph.
No.
To the instrumentation. Like a touch of reverb here and there.
Right. Very light.
Very light, depending on the sound.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, depending on the mood of the track, light reverb touches, splashes here and there.
Thank you.
Can work.
Yes.
But when you throw reverb on everything except the drums.
Right. It sounds real off. Like, the drums is dry to the motherfucker.
Right.
What every instrument sounds like is way 1,000 miles away.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound good at all. Something else we got to consider is that, like, if you're sampling something, that kind of means that the engineer already kind of figured out what the good amount of effects was on that.
Yeah, what the placement was.
Right.
Yeah.
He had just enough. He had the compression. He had the reverb, delay. He knew what he was doing. Yeah, here you come. 40 years later.
I know it all. I know what I'm going to do.
Get out the way, Bob Power. I got this. Quincy Jones, sit down. I got this. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers show up like they really think they got this shit.
Hey, Quincy, take a seat.
Let me throw, this fucking space tunnel effect on this shit. Ruin all your shit so no one can make it out.
Oh, man.
And this is so much better than what you did, Quincy. No, it's not. It's not. It's not better.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so it's but certain instruments, it's okay.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if you're using like certain, but that takes experience.
Right.
To know which instruments sound better with a little more effect.
Like trumpets.
Yeah.
Like horns. Horns, you throw a little bit of reverb on a horn. Yeah. It changes the mood of the horn.
Totally. Another one is like voices. You got a female's voice singing or something like that.
Yeah.
Singing though, because typically we hear that in spaces that have a lot of natural reverb in them, right? Choirs, of course.
Yeah.
But some of this other shit, man. I mean, do we really need all of that on your bass line? Why your bass line got reverb on it?
Why would you even put reverb on a bass line? Don't you want it to bump?
Yeah, they don't want it to bump.
You don't want it to sound far away, do you?
They think they on some next shit. The reverb on that. Then they'll have it side chain, so it's just even worse.
Yeah.
So it's just cutting off the reverb before it can even sound. Yeah. So it sounds just stupid. Like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Too many effects, y'all. I ain't saying don't use no effects.
Yeah, effects are great.
Yeah.
But when you overdo it.
Yeah, it's like they say in film. In film they got this saying that like if you notice the special effect, then there's too much special effects.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you watching the film, you're like, oh shit, that special effect was crazy. Then they overdid it.
Right.
It wasn't done well.
Right.
But if you watch this thing and you don't even think that was a special effect, then they did it right.
Right.
It should always be tasteful and proportional to everything else that's going on. It should fit in with every other part of whatever you got going and not just be so affected that it doesn't blend in or fit with anything else.
Yeah. All of these are like hitting earlier producer Illogic in the stomach.
You did a lot of this.
I did a lot of it because I ain't know, man. I ain't know what the fuck.
I'm gonna throw reverb on everything.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw, that delay on them drums is killer.
Ooh,
it's crazy.
My snare just echoing out. Should be sound like dub.
Yeah, man. I listen to old beats now. I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking?
It's too much.
Yeah, I gotta go back in and remix some old shit just so it's listenable. It was good, but it was like, that's too much.
Yeah. I think that's one thing I got lucky because I didn't have effects when I first started making it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't even do it.
Yeah.
Like I had an MP, there was no effects on it. So I could never overdo the shit. By the time I got effects, I was like,
yeah,
I ain't even tripping.
Yeah,
you
ain't
a
need
delay right there. I could fuck with that. But outside of that, I never really needed it, man. So that's number 3.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Right.
What up, everybody? Blueprint here to let you guys know that all 3 of my books are finally back in stock. That means right here, What a Night. This book is back in stock. It's $10. This is a book about the worst shows in my career. That's 10. Word is Blog Volume 1 is back in stock. That's $10. And also, The Making of the Adventures in Counterculture. This book is about my Adventures in Counterculture album. If you have the album, you love the album, you should have a book too. That's $10. All 3 of these books are back in stock for $10 each, or you can get all 3 of them for just $25 right now on waitlist.net. That's all I got today. Thanks for your support. Peace.
Oh, man.
Super duty tough work. We back. Producers. Get on your job.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a whole lot of hit dogs hollering with this episode.
Yeah, cats gonna go back to their beats like, oh shit.
Was he talking to me?
Oh shit, look at all them decimals.
Right.
Oh my God.
Come on, I love the decimals though.
Come on, Brent.
It's really fine tuned. It really matters, man. That 6 decimal point really fucking matters, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, we talking about production pet peeves, man, that a lot of inexperienced producers make, and we got 3 down. Let's start with number 4. Number 4, bad sequencing.
This is because people don't listen to no other music other than hip hop.
That's
probably
a fact.
That's why that's why cats sequence shit bad.
I mean, cats be changing beats up on the third bar. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna okay. A lot of it is because cats never DJ too. Mm-hmm. You know, they listen to stuff that doesn't even need sequencing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have like a proper song format. Mm-hmm. You end up with a bunch of producers. They worse than the rappers who can't count bars.
Yep.
I'm like, how you make beats and you can't even count bars? Mm-hmm. I get why the rappers can't count bars, but the software kind of forces you to count bars.
Yeah, it's it. Yeah, it's framed up.
Yeah, it's framed up to make it easy.
Right.
If you can count bars.
Right.
Why are you changing on 2.5? You know what I'm saying? What? Just let that go to the full 4.
Yeah.
And here's why I think that they do it sometimes too. They do it because they don't trust their sequencing, their ability to arrange. Mm-hmm. Like when you're arranging a beat and you know you only got 1 or 2 things in it, you might be inclined to make some changes to get those happening sooner.
Right.
So it doesn't get quote unquote boring.
Right.
Whereas a producer who has, like, if you look at like a Blockhead, for example, he got 30 fucking things going on.
Right.
He ain't got to rush at all.
Nah.
4 bars of that.
Yeah.
Just wait. Okay, here's 4 bars of that.
Yeah.
Sit back and wait. And I was building. Okay, let me hit you with just 2 of that. Okay. And then 2 more of that. And now 16 of this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit back and just wait. And the beat is cooking. It's cooking. It's building. Whereas the other guys just rushing. Their sequencing is just all bad. They don't have intros. They don't know how to end the beat. They don't have transitions in between the verse part and the chorus part.
Nope.
There's no build-ups, no swells. You know what I'm saying? Like none of that shit that makes a song a song. And it doesn't have to have a vocalist on it to be a song.
Right.
Just a beat that's arranged properly is a song.
Yes.
A beat that isn't is a beat.
Right.
It's just a beat.
Right.
Man. When you arrange it, then it's a song. You know? And bad sequencing kills so many people. Like, how are you sending beats to rappers and you don't have them formatted in a way that rappers can write to?
Yeah.
I have guys send me beats all the time for features, and sometimes I'm like, yo, this got too much going on. This beat changes every 2 bars, and the first 2 bars are the best 2 bars of the whole beat.
Yeah.
The last 32 ain't hitting on nothing.
Yeah, let me get 16 of that.
That's what I said. Yeah. Take that 2 bars, loop it for me, send that back.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Thank you. Then I write the song to that. And I'm like, look, after I put my vocals on it, you can sequence it however.
Right.
But sending somebody some shit that changes too fucking much too soon makes it impossible to write to. And there's guys who send out beats that have too many changes and they wonder why they don't get chose. Why no one rocks their shit, or why people, oh man, hey, because I would bet that most rappers can't even articulate why they don't like a beat.
Yeah. Yeah, because they don't produce.
They don't produce.
They just like, that don't sound right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't feel it. I can't write to that.
Yeah. No explanation. So the producer's just guessing. Yeah, why nobody choose my beats? Meanwhile, the guy who knows how to arrange their beats because they rap or they work with rappers, he's going to be successful. This stuff is not rocket science, but it does take discipline. You do got to study some things. Okay, maybe a 4-bar, 8-bar intro, 16-bar verses. I should make sure that the chorus part sounds a little different than that, because that could inspire them to write this way. But the more thoughts you put into that ahead of time, the better results you're going to be when you send out your beats. You know?
Yeah, I mean, and like I said before, listen to more music.
Yes.
Listen to some rock. Listen to some R&B. Listen to some jazz. Listen to more music, and then you'll get an idea of arrangement. And also, beats don't get boring unless you got boring shit going on.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can have a verse part that doesn't really change much.
Yep.
Maybe got some drum drops in there or something. But if the part is fire,
Yes.
people ain't gonna get tired of it. You throw a voice on it, and it's like, yo, it's out the park.
Yep.
So stop using whack shit. Just stop using whack shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, Illogic. I present to you Illogic. You know, bars. Yeah, stop using whack shit. But you know that kind of goes back to what we're talking about, like over chopping till you don't have a melody anymore. When you lose that melody, what is keeping people there?
Yeah.
There's nothing to sing along to, like hum along. Like if I can't hum along to whatever the melody is of the beat or the bass line or whatever, I don't want to hear the beat no more.
Yeah.
People send me beats all the time. I'll be like, yo, there's no melody here.
Yeah.
They be like, what?
And I can't write to it.
Can't write to it.
Yeah.
Doesn't push me anywhere emotionally, you know? So focus on your sequencing, you know, like the easiest way, intro, verse part, chorus part.
Yeah.
If you can do that,
Yeah.
you'll be fine. And then you can just repeat it multiple times and people can write to it. But most people, they don't. They start the beat on a weird number of bars. You know what I mean? And so it's hard to write to. They focus on the weakest sequences. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nah, the majority of the shit that we hear should be the strongest sequences. Save all the weird amelodic kind of whatever change ups for the end after I like it. Don't do that at the beginning.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's number 4. Number 5. Pet peeve. I just talked about this on Twitter. Not tuning samples.
Yeah.
Guys, you're off key.
Yeah.
You're off key. The RZA could do it.
Yeah.
You're not the RZA. You're not the RZA.
You're not.
I repeat, hey, you're not the RZA. You like the RZA. The RZA is dope. You're not him.
Yeah.
He could get away with some shit. You can't. Stop trying. Learn the root key.
Drop the mic.
Yes. Learn to listen to a sample and be able to figure out the root key. Learn that. When you learn that, everything becomes easier.
I mean, your software probably has a function that will tell you.
Yeah, they're cheating now. Yeah, like
what the root key is.
It's true.
Yeah.
You don't even have to learn anymore. Like years, I had to actually learn how to detect the root key with my ear. Now the software will tell you.
Yeah.
Write it down.
Yeah, what I learned how to do, I would just have when I was playing a sample, I would have the piano on my board.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And just playing notes until I hit a note that's in. Okay, I'm in there. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just finding it.
Yeah.
That shit takes time.
Yeah. But people don't want to do it. You send out stuff and you think that it sounds like avant-garde because it's off key. It's like, no, man.
It just don't sound good.
It sounds like trash.
It just sound bad.
It's so bad. Like, I can't bump this. There's people who don't know music and they're not gonna tell you that your shit is off key. They're not gonna. They're just like, we said, just gonna be like,
yeah, that's all right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you over there being lazy with your musical knowledge, unable to put shit on key, thinking that, you know, you doing some super out there avant-garde shit, and really it just sounds like trash to the average person. But they can't articulate where you're fucking up like we can.
Right. They just say it don't sound right.
Right. That's it.
That's all they know.
Yeah.
To my ear, it doesn't sound right.
Yeah. Because when it sound right, they be like, yo, that sound right.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah.
They can't exactly tell you why.
Right.
But they'll tell you that that's fire. But on the flip side, they can't tell you why it's trash.
Right.
They just don't want it.
Yeah.
They just can't listen to it. And a lot of times, learn how to tune your samples. Learn enough about music to where you can at least pick the key out that your shit is in. Then that leads you to playing in that key. Then once you can pick out the key, you know whether two samples go together or not. See how everything builds on? You build that one little skill.
Yeah.
Then you get to add all these things on top of it. Next thing you know, you taking shit from this record, that record. You know what I mean? I'm going to take this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to play this part of it, but then I'm going to take that sample and put it over it, and it's all going to be in key. And people will listen to your shit, be like, what the fuck is this? Is it played? Is it sampled? People won't know.
Yeah.
Because the musicality is so fucking banging that no one knows. But hop out there with that off key bass line.
Bass lines are the worst. Bass lines are the worst.
People think they the RZA.
Dog, bass lines are the worst. Like having an off key bass line when everything else is in key.
Yeah.
That kills the whole vibe.
Fucks up the beat.
It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, you better off not playing it.
Yeah, you might as well not have a bass line.
Yes, you better off.
Just throw some 808 on that kick drum.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what I'm saying? Just throw some 808 on that kick drum.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's so true. Yeah, because if you play it and it's off key, people it makes you feel uneasy and tense.
Yeah.
It's like, what is that? I liked it until the bass line came in, and then you tell them, hey man, you need to change that bass line. That might be the first time they ever really heard some shit like that. Like, hey man, that bass line is off. I'm glad that I was into music via church before I got to making beats, because I probably would have been doing the same thing. I was just lucky that like in church I learned how to play and sing and everything by ear. So when I got to music, shit, I just knew, okay, this goes with that.
Yeah.
this is the note. This is the key they're in.
Yeah, that definitely helped, playing a saxophone in middle school. And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like being involved in music in general. So like I know, okay, what sounds good and what doesn't sound good.
And now like so many people can get into production so quickly that a lot of them are missing that step though.
Right.
They went straight from watching a music video to now I got Ableton.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Never played no instruments, never touched nothing, and they're sitting there making beats. And it's so easy to make beats where you copy what's hot right now that they're skipping some of the hard part, which is just learning the music part of it.
Yeah.
And so that's number 5.
Yeah.
Number 6. This is my biggest one.
It's so bad.
I strive to get rid of this one. If we could pick just one off of here, that would make hip hop immediately better. This might be it. Number 6 is using bad samples.
You know when a sample's bad. Come on. You know when a sample is bad.
You know it ain't fire.
You know it's not.
You know
it's not.
you didn't hear that and think that is fire.
Yeah, you thought, I'm gonna see what I can do with this. I'm gonna show them motherfuckers.
Right. I can make something out of anything. Watch me make a beat out of this shit. That's what you was thinking. Man, look, if you don't hear a sample and think, I can't believe anybody used this shit.
Right.
Then it ain't fire.
Yeah.
When you press that record down, you should be thinking, damn, ain't nobody used this?
Yeah, like I ain't never.
Somebody had
Somebody
this.
had
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, let me look. Somebody used this.
Yeah. That means it's banging.
Yeah.
It's right there. You should be thinking, oh shit. I done found some shit. I ain't telling nobody. But cats are hooking up records. The reason that their beats don't come up as fast is because the source material is bad.
Yes.
You can have all the technical chops in the world, but if your source material is bad, your beat's gonna be bad.
Garbage in, garbage out.
We've been saying it for years. And we're in an era where you don't have to be like that.
No, you can digital dig. Everything is at your disposal.
Yeah.
You can sample off Spotify.
Thank you.
Look up Curtis Mayfield.
Thank
Up,
you.
you know what I'm saying? Like there's good music out there that's at your fingertips. Everybody got Apple Music.
We all started with our mama's crates.
Come on now.
All of us. All of us inherited our first record crate from our family. We didn't have no real nothing.
Right.
And we made, if you listen to the beginning of hip hop, that's all them dudes was doing.
Yeah.
They was sampling shit that was popular in their parents' time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we can do the same thing. There's no reason to sample shit that ain't dope.
Right.
They parents' records were dope though.
Yeah.
They parents was into that shit. They was listening to some fly 70 shit.
Right.
So you know it was fire. Now motherfuckers be having no taste, just sampling shit that's a sample. Like, yo, you sample somebody's beat. Your lazy ass won't even go find your own sample.
Yeah, you sampled the sample from the person that sampled it.
Yeah. Off of his record. You didn't even go to the source, you jerk. It's like, you lazy motherfucker.
Tell her why you mad,
It gets
prick.
me tight. This shit gets me tight. Motherfuckers know that they shouldn't be using no bad samples.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Dude, I'm the dollar bin Laden, man. I be out here in these crates for $1 a pop. I show cats on the Instagram. You see what I be coming with. $10 here.
Yeah.
$20 here.
Yeah, same.
$30 there. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta spend $1,000 to have dope samples right now.
Nah.
And like you saying, digital digging, that's free for most motherfuckers.
And it's easier because it's like, oh, I want to sample Smokey Robinson.
Yes. Download
Smokey Robinson.
Yeah.
Or you could just play the shit. If you got your shit hooked up right, you could just play it off of YouTube and sample it right into your DAW.
Thank you.
You don't even got to download the shit. You don't even got to fucking waste the space on your computer.
But you know what it is, and we've talked about this before on Twitter, is that people skip the step of actually listening to records because but they don't know that the reason you listen to records isn't just a sample, it's to develop your ear.
Yes.
The benefit of us listening to records is not just to say, oh, we got this record or we own a record. Fuck the record.
Right.
What we get from the record is more important than the record itself.
Exactly.
What we get from the record is an increased education. You know what I'm saying? It's a free musical education. Every fucking record is a classroom.
Right.
You listen to that shit like, damn, I never thought of that. All these amazing songs, because think, to get a record released, you had to go through all this filtering back then.
Yeah.
You had to make it locally. Then you had to make it national. Then you had to get signed. Then you had to turn something good enough to get released. You had to press it. You had to have some sort of longevity for that record to be out.
Yeah.
how much? That's a lot of filtering for it to just get to me and you.
Right.
So if it's got something dope on it, you should be able to recognize that. But y'all don't want to listen to the records. And when you don't listen to the records, your ear don't develop. And when your ear ain't developed, you sample bullshit.
Yeah.
And then you try to hook it up and disguise it by over chopping it.
Extra
effects, and we got the list goes on.
We know.
Shitty sequencing.
We see it.
You know what I mean?
We see it.
We see through all your shit, son. You're not fooling nobody. You're not fooling nobody.
Oh,
bad samples cause bad fucking behaviors.
Yeah.
You know, if you find some fly shit and your ears develop, you ain't gotta do all that shit to it, man.
Yeah. I mean, now I can just listen to something like, oh.
You know.
Yeah. I put someone like, oh, okay. All right. That bass line, right? Okay. All right.
I'm taking that.
I'm taking that.
I'm using that. Immediately, you know, because your ear is developed. And a lot of cats, you just got to develop your ear, man. So you don't sample bullshit.
Yeah.
So it's number 6. Okay. We'll take a break and we'll be right back.
Right.
What's up, everybody? Here to let y'all know we got a brand new 7-inch available on the weightless.net web store right now. The name of the record is Let Us Pray, and it's by the Thermites out of Reno, Nevada, featuring myself, Blueprint on the Rhymes. As you can see, we're dealing with some beautiful clear vinyl right here. The A side of the record is the vocal version. The B side of the record is the instrumental version. And just so you know, there's only 500 copies of this record, and I've only been given 50 to sell total. That means that if you want one of these records, you better act fast. This is the Let Us Pray 7-inch, available exclusively at weightless.net. Get yours before they run out. Peace.
To us, but to them, it's really small. I guess we still need faith like Biggie Smalls. Enjoy the quiet and meditate. Silence the mind, thinking of a better day. Let go of yesterday. Give thanks to the sun for another day. Let us pray.
The most consistent podcast around anywhere. Shit, who's more consistent?
Can't find them.
Nah, we ain't slowed down at all. 2 more left. Production pet peeves. This shit gets us tight. So pardon our emotion when dealing with this topic. As beat makers, this shit annoys us. Number 7. Overproduction.
Too much shit.
Why you doing so much, son?
Yeah.
Did you really have to do all that?
Yeah.
Why you doing all that? Are you trying to make a good piece of music or show off? You know what I'm saying?
A lot of cats try to show off, especially younger cats.
Yeah.
They be trying to show off.
Dog, dudes make regular beats like they in beat battles. You know how cats sequence they beats in beat battles? That should be having 30 drum fills in the first 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, yo, every beat don't need that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It gets old. You know, like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Sequence your song like a song, man. Don't overproduce it. You overproduce it, it just sounds like you're trying too hard.
Yes.
It's like the rappers who use big words for no reason.
just to do it.
Yeah. Just, you know, can't even spell the words they use. Keep murrying that shit up. It's like, stop it. Stop it. Stop overproducing. People say, what is overproducing to you? Overproducing to me is where I have a belief that, and you listen to any great producer, if you take the vocalists off their tracks, some of those tracks sound like underproduced.
Yeah.
It sounds like something's missing.
Yeah.
You think, damn, that's it? You know what I mean? Okay, that's cool. But when you put that vocalist over it, sounds incredible.
Most classic tracks are like that.
Yeah.
Most of the songs that especially hip hop, most hip hop classic shit is usually a loop, drum break, change up for the hook.
Yep.
Back to the loop.
That's it.
Most of the classics.
It's true.
When they reminisce over you.
Yep. That's
Come
it.
on.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
That's it. It don't take all that. It don't take all that extra shit.
No. See, guys, what you get into the trap of, and I've been victim of this, is like feeling like you need just one more instrument.
Yep, I have the issue sometimes.
Searching for that joint, like just need one more instrument. And then what you don't know is that like that instrument is the vocalist.
Yeah.
I'm the instrument.
Yep.
Your voice is the instrument.
Yep.
Right. But if as a producer, if you don't know that, you'll keep searching and searching. You'll keep adding more and more shit that ain't making it better. It's just making it busier.
Cluttered.
Yeah. And then by the time you play it for a vocalist,
Ain't no room.
ain't no room for him.
Ain't no room.
He can't even explain that to you. He'll just be like, nah.
Yeah.
Like, look, a beat should be like, you know, like a crib. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you go on to search for a house, right? You're gonna try to move into a house that already got the furniture in it from the last owner in it.
Right. Nah.
Or you go to an open house and it's just empty. Nothing. The walls is painted a neutral color. You know what I'm saying? The floor is just normal.
Yeah.
No paintings is on the wall. The furniture's gone. There's no remnants of the previous owner there. You see it and you like, damn, I could see myself in this shit. You know, there's room for me.
Right. Right.
Look at all
right.
this space.
Right.
If you were to walk in that same house and it was cluttered, you'd be like, this ain't for me. Why are you showing me this house? You would cuss out the agent.
Right.
Why are you showing me this house to look like motherfuckers still living in it?
Yeah, it's nowhere for me to be.
Right.
There's nothing for none of my shit can go here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beats are like that.
Yeah.
Beats are like that. Someone should hear the beat and be able to imagine themselves inside of it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's me. I can do this. I can take it here. I can go over there. I'm going to do this with that space. Right here, I'm going to do this. But if you overproduce, you don't leave room for anyone's imagination to feel the space.
Yeah.
You know? It happens to all of us. We've all done that. You know?
Yeah, as producers, I think it's sometimes hard when I think it's harder for cats that have never rapped, though.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like cats that rap, like we can hear a beat when we make a beat and like, oh, that just needs somebody to rhyme on it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like we know that because we've been in that position. Like as, you know, somebody that just started producing three or 4 years ago, like I remember like, oh, that just need my voice. I remember hearing those beats that I knew just needed my voice and also hearing those beats like, I can't do nothing with that.
Yep, too busy.
You know what I'm saying? That horn is going too, you know what I'm saying? The horn is going crazy.
Yep.
Too much piano.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Something ain't right here. You giving this to me to rap over.
Yeah.
Ain't no room for me.
And you feel like you're fighting with the elements of the beat.
Right,
like,
right.
Like there should sonically be space for that vocal. You know, and there should be space for people's imagination, even the listener. Like not just for a vocalist over. Like you should be able to listen. Like I love listening to a song or a beat, and then it takes me to a mood.
Right.
And then my imagination goes into that mood.
Yeah. Because
it's not so cluttered that I can't fill it with my own imagination about that mood and what I'm thinking about. And then when I'm in that mood, I just want to hear that beat. You know what I mean? And if you fill it up too much and you overproduce and you over sequence it and you just do so, no one can go into that space.
Right.
It's just the house that's still got the previous owner's fucking furniture in it.
Facts.
And so that's overproduction. Last joint.
Last one.
This is a smaller pet peeve, but real nonetheless. Number 8 is sending WAV files. I think I get sent more WAV files than anybody.
WAV files are the worst.
I don't think people send me MP3s.
They take up so much space.
They don't even ask you.
Come on, bro.
It's 50 meg.
Yeah.
Why you sending me that? You know the quality difference between this and the thing ain't that. Export at 320.
Yeah, not for me to record to.
Yeah.
This ain't the final.
Right.
This is the demo joint that you want me to record to.
Thank you.
Why are you sending me the WAV?
I'm not the duplication plant.
Right.
What I look like, Spotify? Save the fucking waveform, G. Give it to somebody else who needs it.
Yeah.
Send me the MP3. What it does is cats send out WAV files and it makes downloading it such
Long.
a nuisance
Yeah.
that you start doing something else instead of listening to their beats. And they're sending 2 and 3 of them attached, and then I gotta go to their Google Drive to get the shit. And then the Google Drive don't have the right permissions because my Gmail ain't the same as my info at Printmatic. So I gotta hit you back again to add my other email to this folder of waves that's gonna take me an hour to download anyway. And by that time, I'm doing something else.
I ain't thinking about your beats no more.
No, I'm in a bad mood, bro.
Right.
I'm like, I don't want to do this no more. Let me do something else more fun. And if you do beats, can you really afford to do that?
Yeah, nah.
You really afford people to just not even listen to your shit?
Yeah, nah, you can't.
Put it off for 3-4 days because because when you're sending that, someone else is hitting them with the MP3.
Yep. Quick download on my phone.
You can play it inside the app.
Yeah, inside the app. Yeah.
I don't want to download shit if I ain't ready to record to it.
Right.
Attach it as a MP3 though.
Yes, please.
Please, no more Wav Files, man. They're too big. It makes people not listen to your shit. And I feel guilty saying I don't listen to people's shit if it's a Wav, but it's hard.
Yeah, it takes a lot longer to download.
Yeah.
Takes up space on my computer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really want. I don't have time for that.
And the average person can't tell the difference sonically.
No.
It's no one can tell at the level that we need just to write a rap to it.
No, and record and send you the vocals.
That's it.
So you can,
You
do
can
your
obsess
thing.
about the difference between an MP3 and a Wav.
Yeah, I don't need all that.
No.
Send me the MP3.
Thank you. And yeah. Don't send no more Wavs.
Please don't.
So that's it this week.
That's it.
Okay, let me read them back. Number 1, decimal point tempos. Number 2, over chopping. Number 3, too many effects. Number 4, bad sequencing. Number 5, not tuning samples. That was number 5. Number 6, bad samples. Number 7, overproduction. And number 8, sending Wav Files. Production pet peeves.
Word.
Hope y'all enjoyed this. See y'all next week.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to Super Duty Tough Work. Subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. Follow the podcast on SoundCloud. Peace.
Shoot, I got styles already that's more complex that nobody know about. I mean, super duty tough work.